I love you too, Sam. Hey, what's your name?
CJ.
CJ? For comedy purposes, can I call you Dobby? When I ask you a question, I'd like you to answer with Dobby is having a great time. Is Dobby having a good time?
Dobby's having a great time.
Yes! Okay. How's it going, Olympia? Olympia has the magical ability to make me feel overdressed and underdressed all at the same time. I'm from Tacoma, or as most of you call it, the dumber, less crowded Seattle. Some people, if you're traveling out of state, they'll be like, oh, Tacoma, like, is that a city? And I'm like, oh, it's shaped like one. They'll fool you. But it is the most wonderful time of the year. Whenever I hear that, I'm like, really, not any of the 9 months where we're not freezing our tits off? That's not the most wonderful time of the year. It's this one. I was listening to that song the other day, and they said there will be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories. I was like, when did that get in that song? Has that been there my whole life? God. I mean, I think it's always a good time of the year to watch a scary movie, right? I mean, you can't stop after Halloween. Oh, okay, just made a mistake here. I'll watch a scary movie any time of the year. My boss asked me, like, oh, what are you doing to get in the Christmas spirit? I was like, I watched The Conjuring 2. It was a good time. I'm like, it's in the song. They say scary ghost stories. He's like, it's a song. It's not a contract. It doesn't mean anything. I like scary movies. I mostly like the ones with ghosts in them. I can't really buy into the ones that have like the axe murderers, guys with machetes. Anytime I'm watching, I'm like, I think I could take that guy. Which is why if I was in that movie, I would be the first one who died at the beginning. I'm like, guys, I think I can take him. First one, gone. But yeah, the ghost stories scare me because you know what can you do against a ghost? Nothing, really. I kind of hate the ones that are like haunted technology movies. There's more than one because anytime new technology comes out, some guy's like, hey, what if this Tamagotchi was haunted? And like we've had them our whole lives. We've had haunted trains, haunted cars, haunted cameras. I could kind of buy into them, but then in 2015 there was a movie about a haunted Skype call. Like, what are we really saying is at stake here, everyone? You'd have like a 20% victim pool of people in long-distance relationships, and like an 80% victim pool of guys trying to show their dicks to each other. Anything, that ghost is doing us a favor, or demon, I'm not going to say, you know, it could be either. I think if we're going to put ourselves in a world where anything like a ghost could haunt a web camera, we have to also own up to the fact that that ghost's going to see a lot of cock and balls. It's a fact of life or unlife, if you prefer. The other thing that bothers me about these haunted technology movies is they always ignore the obvious solution, which is just like, wait 2 months until that technology is obsolete. I wish my iPhone 6 would get haunted so I could just like have a reason to upgrade. You guys remember the movie The Ring?
Yes.
The Ring was a movie about a haunted VHS tape that came out in 2002. About 6 months before we stopped making VHS tapes. We all saw that movie on DVD, guys. We were terrified. We're a bunch of dummies. That ghost would have killed 3 more people and been like, shit, I gotta upgrade to a digital format. And the whole scary thing about that movie is you could only break the curse by making a copy of the video, which on a VHS tape is terrifying. Like, shit, there's only one place I can copy a VHS tape and my Blockbuster card's expired. I've got 3 months of late fees on my copy of Muppets in Space. Guess I'm dying for that curse. But yeah, I think, did this just turn off? Uh-oh, what did I do? There we go. Don't worry, guys, I got it. Really though, now that everything's digital, you could just copy and paste the curse away if you got it. Like, I would probably just sit at home on a Friday night and like watch the video and then wait till that ghost was like halfway through its spiel and then hit pay, so I'd be like, you will die in 7. Oh, fuck you! Never mind. My friends would be like, why do you have 300 copies of that video on your computer? Like, it's the 21st century. I'm fucking with ghosts. I like the idea that ghosts are keeping up on technology, though. Like, if we have this concept that ghosts are just finding new technology to haunt, then like that has to mean that some ghost is up in an attic right now trying to be like, how the fuck does Twitter work? I can't haunt someone in 140 characters. Dear @megaboner69, my dad drowned me in a well. Please RT or I will kill you in 7 days. K, thanks, boo. Megaboner69 is like, post tits! That's why you can't haunt the internet, guys. We used to be afraid of ghosts because they were just like this dead soul festering in its own hatred. Now it's like, well, that's just the YouTube comment section. Get in line, fucknuts. Seems like haunting used to be a pretty cushy gig. But you could just haunt a chair or something and be like, what are they gonna do? This gig is good for a century. Are they gonna get a new chair? They're gonna carve it out of a tree? I don't think so. Now we throw shit away every like 2 years. That's if it's good technology. Like, that's if it's something good that we bought. It's usually gone in 2 years. That's not even accounting for all the shit technology. There's probably some ghost that's like, hey, what happened to Jeff? And they're like, he haunted a Sega Dreamcast. Now he's chilling in a basement with a copy of Virtua Fighter 3 and Sonic Heroes. Not a lot of Dreamcast people in the crowd, I guess. Don't clap now. You can't take it. Yeah, we've got a lot of interesting ideas about the afterlife. We romanticize a lot of it. I was religious as a kid, but now I'm not, but it's still kind of weird keeping cliff notes on what's going on in the world of religion. The Pope announced recently that now dogs can go to heaven. My first thought when I heard that was like, wow, us white people are trying to take our dogs everywhere, aren't we? Then I almost said the Catholic. The Pope was then like, well, only Catholic dogs, though, guys. Not just any dog. Like, do you even believe what you're saying at this point? And how do you feel as the Pope answering that question? Like, hey, guys, I'm the Pope. I can talk with God. Got any questions? Hey, can my dog come to heaven? Sure. Whatever you want, man. I don't think a dog can be Catholic. Like, I went to Sunday school as a kid. They actually spell out in the Bible there's specific things you need to do with your number 2s. It's a real thing. They wrote about it in the Bible. It concerned them. I won't go over it exactly, but I'll give you the cliff notes. It's not roll around in it and save some for breakfast. Does anyone know what book of the Bible that they explain what to do with your turds in? Deuteronomy. So you can pin a lot of shitty things on Christians, but they did give us the first poop joke. So we should respect that. I don't think that telling people that only Catholic dogs can come to heaven is going to do anything, though, because we tried to say that only service dogs can come on planes, and that went to shit. It just means that now the lady needs 2 notes when she's getting on the plane with her dog. She needs one from her doctor saying that Mr. Ruffles is an anxiety dog. Then she needs a second one from her priest saying that her dog is a Catholic for if the plane crashes. I think it's kind of fucked up that only that one kind of animal's being allowed into heaven, though, but I guess it makes sense because you can't let more than one animal into heaven. They all hate each other. Just like a general knowledge that they all want to kill each other. I don't know why. It always confused me when they're like saying in the Bible, like, oh yeah, God created them all like to get along. I was like, why did he make so many with razor sharp teeth if that was the plan? I feel like one angel would have brought that up. Don't worry about it. What about this snake? This is just a tube of poison with fangs on it. Really, who's he getting along with? That's just a landmine with feelings. You made him crawl around on the ground, someone's gonna step on him. Snakes have to crawl around on the ground, and I think that sucks for them, but it is a blessing in disguise because snakes have killer abs, everyone. Snakes are in great shape. Like humans, a lot of us are out of shape. I think it's because we have too many muscles, honestly. Like if you talk to anyone who does CrossFit, they talk about how they have like leg day, and they have like arm day, and they have cardio day. Snakes have one day. It's fucking ab day. Every day of the week. That's why they're so skinny. Yeah. I have a lot of respect for snakes, even though they do scare me. Because snakes are kind of the only predators that really are that interested in eating a human, I've noticed. Like a lot of other animals kind of turn their nose up at the idea. Like if you ever watch the news and there's a shark attack, sharks only ever take one bite out of a human, then they fuck off back into the ocean. That's like when I go for a cookie that I think is chocolate chip, but then it turns out to be oatmeal raisin. Where I go, I'm sorry, I thought you were some hairless idiot seal. Good luck with that blood, though. That looks horrible. You can actually play dead in front of bears, and they'll just bat you around on the ground for a while, like your broccoli that its mom wants it to eat. And then they just leave. And in our minds, we're like, I totally outsmarted that bear, but I think in the bear's mind, it's just like, I could do better. That style. Someone pointed out to me, like, well, vultures and crows eat humans. It's like, yeah, but if you gave them the choice between, like, a human or an old mattress, they'd probably be like, oh, no, which one's closer? No creature has ever been that excited about eating a human being, and I think in that sense, we're sort of like the almond joy of the animal kingdom. Like chickens. Chickens are the Reese's peanut butter cup of the animal kingdom, everybody. Except instead of having the perfect combination of peanut butter and chocolate, they have the perfect combination of has delicious wings and cannot fly. Like, have you ever been walking down the sidewalk and there's like a pigeon or a crow and you're sort of close to it and it doesn't know if you're going to mess, but it's still kind of freaked out? So it doesn't fly, it just does this sort of hop like shit, 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 shit. That's a chicken's whole life. Next time you see a chicken, you apologize to it. Got a rough hand. But they are dumb. I've noticed that when you taste good, the only thing you ever really learn to do is run. I think that humans are really only alive as a species because we taste like shit. Like really, thank you. Zebras are a good example of this, I think. Zebras can run up to 40 miles an hour, but they are dumb, everybody. They are so stupid. If you ever watch Animal Planet and there's stuff about zebras on there, there's always like these scenes where they're eating leaves and then something's sneaking up on them. They're just like really into these leaves, but then something snaps and they notice something's wrong. And their body can actually take off running before their head knows what's going on. So their head just whips back and gets this look like, whoa! Because the body's going, we gotta get the fuck out! And the head's going, what about the leaves? I'm mostly convinced that if humans tasted a little bit better than a zebra, that we'd be extinct and the world would be ruled by striped horse people. Because we're not really good at anything. Like, we don't run fast, we don't swim that well, we don't blend into fuck all. Like, if I was being chased by a lion, my only hope would be if there's, like, mysteriously a big crowd of Old Navy mannequins nearby. The lion would run up and be like, I don't know. They're all kind of vanilla and soulless. I guess I'll just pick whichever. They probably taste the same. Yeah. Our closest living relative in the animal kingdom is a chimpanzee. And their response when they feel threatened is to scream and throw their own shit. That's a hell of a legacy. That's like what serial killers do in court when they know they're about to get the death penalty. Like, I don't know, just smear some of this on. Let's hope that I just surprise them. You know? Go for the wild card. And I think it's kind of a good plan in that I bet that animals have a hard time maintaining an appetite when that's happening. Like, how many ham sandwiches would you guys eat if every time you reached for one it screamed and shat itself? Not many. It's like, I give up. Time to cover myself in my own filth and get shouty. Alright, that's all my time, everybody. Thank you. Vomity is lovely, and so is Olympia. I'm Taylor.